loop.
And we have to, there we go.
There you go.
You're live.
Mhm.
We're out of the spinning loop. We're live, Doug.
Live, all
Yeah.
right. Good morning. This is the Finance Committee meeting of the Allegheny County Industrial Development Agency and Local Development Corporation. My name is Doug Frank. I'm the chairman of the Finance Committee. I'd like to have the members or the people here that are in the room introduce themselves, starting with Joe.
I'm Joseph Hart. I am a board member and a member of the Finance Committee.
Barb Benjamin, Operations Director for the IDA.
Craig Clark, Executive Director of the IDA and the Allegheny County Local Development Corporation.
Melissa Pinjator, Assistant Director.
Jerry Ross, Board Member.
Ed Russell, trade for the IDA.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, everyone. The first thing on the agenda is to review and approve the minutes of, we have 2 meetings to approve, or just one?
Just the one.
Just the one, okay. The July 9 meeting minutes. Hopefully everyone's had a chance to review those.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion that we accept the minutes as presented.
Is there a second to that?
I'll second.
All right, any questions, additions? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It's carried. And the next thing on the agenda is the banking and finance summary. We have the balance sheet, profit and loss statement, expense abstract, transactions by vendor, a report on the CDE, certificate of deposit, bank statements, and lastly, we'll have the approval of those. A couple things that I had, just to jump into it, is I just going right over to the payments. Well, first of all, I don't think there's any substantial changes on the balance sheet unless someone has an update on that. All right. And then the profit and loss statements, we have we have 2 of them. We have one that's July 7th through August 10 of 2026, and then we have the comparisons through the entire year that are included in the packet. The profit and loss statement, January 1 through August 10. And then the question I had is regarding the expenses by vendor.
Sure.
There's 3 large items there. Would you like to discuss those? Craig or someone?
Yeah, the Bofante, the BWB, I like to do that, but versus the full names. That's the audit that we do annually, and they usually send a bill later than what they did the audit, because the audit was done in March. So that's all the audit as well as the filing for the ACUC as far as their tax returns. And then the CP&L architecture planning, we have obviously been doing that work for the new facility, and so that's their first bill. We actually had the total cost was supposed to be about $50,000. We basically they're invoicing $34,300 this time. Harry Sickerman Group, the H. Sickerman Group, which is the group that we use for micro enterprise grants. Basically, that was the $5,000 that they do every time they put in a grant request. It's a county grant request, but they actually do all the work. They'll bill us later, actually, after we get the actual grant.
So is that just a bill up to the ones they have?
That's a bill for them to submit the actual grant, which they did. There's 3 times this is the 3rd time they submitted a grant, so they charge to put in the grant, and then they get a part when they actually do keep the whole micro enterprise grant running. There's a different fee after that.
So is that 3 submissions, did you say that?
No, this is for 1 submission, but I'm saying every time they've submitted, this is the 3rd time they've submitted. And they charge us to put the grant together for the county.
Did you say $5,000 a grant?
5,000. Well, there's only 1 grant. I'm just saying they've done it 3 times.
Three iterations.
This is the 3rd time they've done it.
2021.
Right, so is this bill include
one time,
It's
one grant?
the 5,000.
right, the one that we just
This is,
submitted.
this is
for-
what he's talking
Oh,
about
okay,
the 5, that's what we're
okay,
done
sorry.
for anything.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, we've done this is the third time
I
we've
didn't
done
think
it.
it was a big enough one, I thought I was talking about the 5-digit.
No, I wanted to talk
Sorry.
about all the bigger ones so people know
Yeah,
what they
okay, I
are.
got it, thank you.
And the HRP, that's totally reimbursed. Basically, that's the Brownfields grant. We basically put into EPA the cost that is submitted from HRP and what our work, and we typically get paid the next day. So this is really a wash, a reimbursement, so we have to pay HRP as our consultants.
Can I go back to the audit one, is that?
Sure.
That doesn't have any more supplemental bills coming.
No, that is
One
it,
time thing.
one time.
Well, isn't that also on taxes, under the
Yeah.
taxes as
Yeah,
well?
that's what I'm saying.
Yes, the
Yeah.
audit, it's the taxes,
But-
it's everything. Yeah.
It's everything, but the ACU is gonna be paying their part separately. But I'm just saying, most of it is our audit is. And they're auditing all three entities, obviously, so.
And the invoice will be in that folder there.
You want to see the actual invoice.
And I can do expenses by vendor detail if you prefer versus summary.
Meaning,
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, explain that.
yeah, we can explain them all, I think it's
Yeah.
fine. And we really don't have typically too many large expenses, but I think it's good that the finance committee as well as the board knows what they are.
So including those that Craig just talked about, the total for the expenses by vendor are $87,277.96.
We need a motion to push that to this.
Separate from. Do we need a motion?
Oh, we just do a motion for the whole.
For the whole thing, yeah.
Yeah, the whole thing. Okay, and then there's, the other report in the tail end of this is the out of detail, part if someone has any comments on any of that.
Well, you can see on this brownfield, that first one there, we got 24,000. And out of that, the 20,000 is what was paid to HRP.
Yeah, the 4,000 we kept with some travel money and some time. And indirect costs.
Are there any questions? Report?
Yeah, Craig, what did you spend $1.30?
That was postage?
No.
Wasn't it postage? Oh,
It was actually-
filing
fee.
and-
Filing of the, before when we bought the proposal, the land, they wanted to make a copy while I was there and they charged me $1.30 for a copy.
That's course.
It was a 3-digit thing though. One
Yeah,
point.
that was fun.
We have a motion to approve the finance committee report as presented. Carrie,
I'm sorry.
Joe seconds. Any additions, corrections, questions? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It's carried. All right, do we need an executive session, Craig? Melissa?
Actually, we probably should. I didn't think about it. I was out, yeah, if I could. And I would like to have Barb and Melissa step out.
So we do want an executive?
Yes, if we could. With just me.
So go back to our offices, you'll let us know.
Yeah, I won't be very long. It'll be very short. Ed, you can
No, we
stay.
gotta wait.
Let's take a
We're gonna have an executive session for discussion of contractual and legal issues. Have a motion to go into executive session. Joe, Carrie seconds it. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It's carried. We're in executive session.
So we'll just have to tell Barb, you quoted that exit
Who-
executive session.
yeah, who did it? You're out of executive session, you're out
We're
of
out of executive session, we'll move forward with the agenda. We have one action item that's not on the agenda. Joe, you have a?
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion that we offer Melissa and Barb a 3.5% merit increase going forward to the next calendar year. When is the start of the business year? And when would the merit increase start?
Yeah, when you-
Well, we should start doing it, I would think in the annual side, I would think August would be fine, or it could be September, it's whatever the board prefers.
I would like to see us offer that merit increase starting September 1st.
For a second,
I'll second
Terry.
that.
That would make sense, because then we do this annually and you have a time frame that it'll come in place.
All right, so are there any additions, questions, corrections to that motion? If not, all those in favor say aye. Aye.
Yeah, I do have I should have had a question.
Sure.
Because if they are, I think we have to consider maybe the annual raises start in January.
Either the
And a
calendar
year
year
or fiscal year, because your fiscal year is still January to December.
Yes, it is January.
It really
I
should
would
be
say-
something we decide and they start in January, but I'm okay this year, but we really need to.
I think we should do it this year, like, so then they'll know that it starts in January from now on, because I think everyone kind of expects we did the annual
But it
review.
really should be
Wow.
at the end of their anniversary.
Well, that's what I was gonna say.
Well, that's,
I would think it's when you're hired and then you get your review and you get your,
At the end
You
of your
get your
anniversary,
raise.
yeah.
I don't think it has to tie into the calendar.
No.
I
Ours
think it
don't.
requires more discussion in our
Yeah.
personnel policy.
Sure. Yeah, because you don't really,
Personnel committee.
like, again, like I said, this is the first time that we've had to
Because
do
Barb is
this.
their anniversary date probably is different,
Yeah, they are.
so you'd have to be doing it at
But
different
are
times
we
of year.
both past? Are we past their anniversary dates?
I have to look up Barb's,
So
because
we
what we
can
started,
go back to the anniversary.
what we started doing is doing an annual review, and I think doing the annual review in the summer
Then
makes
we
sense.
Still have to make a decision what we're having in January.
Right.
I could go either way.
Yeah.
Because
It just
all
requires
my-
some
Well, I could go
discussion.
in January too, if that's the
Yeah.
issue you have to do.
Yeah,
It'd be the easiest,
Yeah.
right,
because then you don't have to recall what their anniversary dates.
right, you don't have to worry about
Well,
when.
what do you do if someone was hired in November?
Well, I think there's ways to handle that, like, we handle that differently, if you're hired before July first or after July first.
Yeah.
You get, your raises are different, but then every January you get a raise.
Yeah.
So you only get it the first year you're here, on your anniversary.
And that's something I don't think is in the personnel policy,
Right,
but
and
it
I
should
think
be.
that requires
It should
that,
be.
but I'm okay with September this year, and we just figure it out for.
Then you
Going forward,
go
let's go back.
annually or when the personnel
All right,
Right,
is updated.
right. We'll have to update the personnel committee with the personnel.
So,
So-
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to clarify my motion.
Yeah,
I'd like to offer our employees minus the director a 3.5 merit increase starting on September 1st. With the note that the personnel policy needs to be reviewed and updated by a committee at a future date to determine what the annual increase, what date annual increases are given, either the beginning of the fiscal year or the beginning of the calendar year, or on the employee's anniversary.
I will second that amendment.
Any additional?
And she's not in there, we didn't.
No, it's being recorded,
Oh, okay.
All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
because she goes back and gets the minutes off the
Carried.
recording, so.
All right, this is carried, Craig.
Okay, thank you.
Under the other action items, Craig, we have ACIDA loan application.
There are none, so we just left it on there as an agenda item.
And then,
So that's an easy one.
The resolution approving the purchase of the Maple Lane Cuba property.
Because I thought the finance committee should see that before the full board.
So we don't have to approve it here.
Now, the full board will be approved.
And the bank fees, anything on the bank fees?
The number that we'll record everything, and they're gonna give us, right, Ed, they're gonna give us the deed after we pay them.
Correct.
The only thing in the resolution, you've added the ability to do other potential things.
Yeah, so, in connection with buying property, you typically do like have an environmental report done, appraisal, you get title insurance, you get a survey, and typically a lot of this stuff's from the seller. In a foreclosure, you get none of that. It's basically you buy as is, buyer beware. So that's how foreclosures work. But I still recommend, and I did reach out to bank counsel, community bank, their attorney, to find out if they had an existing survey or if they had an existing abstract. They have neither, which is not surprising given that it's to the property and why it's in foreclosure. So I recommend, and this resolution adds that expenditures to pay to have, after we acquire the property, we have to close by the 21st, based on the timeline provided for the foreclosure. That we get a survey done. Usually the surveys, because I don't think there are any buildings that are permanent structures.
There's two buildings that are permanent structures.
True, okay, but, so you're looking anywhere between $2,000 to $5,000 per survey, roughly, and those usually take 2 to 3 months to obtain. We also should get a title insurance policy, so you can confirm if there are any other issues with the property that you acquired. And it'll insure over it, so that way, and you'll need all of this, by the way, I'm telling you. You either do it now or you do it before you sell, so you might as well just do it now so you know what issues you have. And then you have the title policy, I got a quote, it's gonna be about $1,000 for the title policy. And then the last item is you'll need a mediated abstract, which will have to go back, because it's probably never had one, probably about 60 years. So that's gonna be close to $1,000 to get that. So you're looking at anywhere between $5,000 to $7,000 in expenses.
What about insurance,
Title insurance, or are you talking about just general insurance?
general insurance?
Yes,
Liability.
you should get, and because you have permanent structures, you should get both liability and potentially property, depending on the value of the building. So that's what this resolution allows for those expenses.
And to be paid.
To be paid at some later date. But as I said, typically you get all this before you buy it, but because of the foreclosure.
Might need a vote. We might need to see you.
Yep.
There were some,
I don't have any folders.
There were, and they're being paid.
okay.
Yep. And that was part of the settlement.
Okay, good.
Part of the foreclosure.
Thanks, I
Yep.
want to switch with Sean.
Yep.
So we don't need anything right now from these guys. That is just for our information. We'll bring that to the whole board, resolution on the project.
Yeah, we will. So we gotta finish this meeting.
Right.
Finance council meeting, finance committee. So any old business, Craig?
I have nothing else. No, at this
New
time.
business, anybody?
Well, as long as everybody's okay with just moving to talk about the bank fees to the regular meeting, we can do that.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think that has to be pulled. So that was on the agenda, bank fees, but we'll do it in the full board since we're in the.
Right.
Okay,
Okay.
that's fine.
And then anything for the good of the order?
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion, we adjourn.
Joe, Terry, seconds, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned.
No.
What's that?
We are now that we